happened to me. I don't know if it happens to you. You're walking down the street and you think you hear something. I thought I heard this. This is called the proposal. Marry me is what the wind said, I think, in a real voice, though it might have been something else, wind only the messenger, invisible page. Still, I turned to see what was there, even far off, even light years away, and heard it again, from a cricket this time, the tiny me growing louder, like something big wanting to rush in. So I whirled around, and a young spruce said something like Mary, I swear, and the gray smoke of a squirrel's tail whispered it too, while the moon lingered in a pale negligee, singing, I do, I do. Is the whole world a wedding? Even as it is, heaped with ashtrays dumped in the street, palsied children lined up for the bus, flapping, drooling wet cookie crumbs down their coats. A car blasted its bass. A crow screeched. A sudden shadow seemed to warn, every minute held back as a snuffed wick. Trying to slow this down, I lifted the brick from the newsstand just as a gust came up and whisked the papers out of my hands. Pages of brides grinning in newsprint gowns as if singing to all the world, spatter us with road grit, kiss us with spittle and crumbs, tumble us against the schoolyard fence, oh dearly beloved, dearly whoever you are. This poem is set in Portland. When I first wrote the poem, it was called Election Day, and then I changed the title to Lord Sky, because at some point I'm addressing God. I think the whole poem is, but you might not know till later. Lord Sky. Falling on the steps of City Hall, the light this late afternoon infuses the whole sky and bathes these poor little trees of heaven stuck in concrete. From all sides, flooding down, light slants across ruddy brick storefronts, streaks along cables, glitters up from the bay. And now, as I turn west toward the hospital, here's the moon, the Cheshire moon, grinning bright as a politician's promise, only better, not favoring a few, but shining for anyone who stops to gaze at this sky, which not even the coldest facts can make less marvelous just now, before the tabulations begin. And here's the hospital, grinding on, full of wires and tubes, trays of food, socks that puff up and down so my friend's legs don't clot. Isn't it wonderful? Her loopy rainbow grin, dozing off mid-sentence, waking surprised to say, oh, hello, as if I just arrived. And now, when I say goodbye and step out, the sky so deep, I want to stuff the ballot box, voting for Earth all over again, happy to shiver in the glow as the first stars poke through this impossible to name, not yet midnight blue, letting it pour over me, glorious night, the brightening moon, below which we turn in endless space, all of us afloat, held by invisible strings, though we feel so solid, so full of our own weight. Lord, let me stand here, feeling nothing but this moment, spinning and not dizzy, not yet facing the election results. Let the bass from that passing car pulse through me as the battered man leaning against the streetlight stops another just to ask the name of his dog, nothing more, just to say that name, Herbie, and knuckle his ears. Amazing. Two men, one in a fine suit, one in frayed tweed, stop and chat, shake hands, each grinning as they part. Here, under this glowing sky, the polls still open, and the moon above new all over again. Thanks.